What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we have got quite an interesting firearm for you. Today we have an all-new gun. This is the Alien Remus from Laugo Arms. This is sort of the micro alien, or the mini alien, the outer space alien, not the other one. Now, this guy has a lot of features on it that I was actually pretty excited about, but not as excited as my wife, because the Alien is my wife's favorite gun, and she literally made me get this for review. So here we are with this interesting little pistol that we're about to shoot for you today. Now, the interesting part about the Alien is it came out in 2020 and it has been revamped several times since then. This is the 4th or 5th iteration of the firearm, and they continue to improve upon their very interesting design. Gas operated system with an upside down hammer. We've talked about it many times. It has a removable top cover on it. We're going to run the iron sights version today, but it does come with a whole bunch of extra things as well, including a new top cover with a removable optics system, and it comes with different plates as well. Now, this guy here, the way it comes apart is actually pretty cool. So you can take the entire top cover off the gun and you can put the iron sight back on or off really easily without losing zero, which we actually tested on the previous guns, which is pretty cool. But to go a step even further, if you just want to change the plate systems, you can press this little button right here, and look at that, they slide right off. Now, it has a locking mechanism on the back here to take off on a hex key, but it's very easy. It's just a couple of turns. The thing pops right off. The other interesting feature they added to this is an optics racking system. So because the Laugo Arms Alien has the lowest bore axis in the world, and it runs a very interesting slide system. If you've never seen it before, only the side of the slide reciprocates, not the top. That reduces reciprocating mass, which reduces recoil, but it also allows you to have that fixed top cover so your optic isn't moving back and forth. Now, with this guy here, the problem is a lot of people come over the top and they try to rack the gun and it doesn't work, whereas now you can do that by pressing that button. Is that something you're interested in? I'm not sure, but it is kind of cool regardless. Now, the gun has a 15-round magazine capacity, making it ideal for a very expensive carry gun. If you're an oil sheik, you want to carry this, it's a pretty good idea. Now, it has a gold trigger with gold features, which I really appreciate, and then it has marble grips, making it look as expensive as it is. Awesome checkering on the side here with a magwell, and then again, the lowest bore axis of any handgun on the earth. Probably very quick shooting. We'll find out here in a minute. All the other Aliens were as well. We're going to be shooting a variety of ammunition types today. We have some MagTech 115, some Federal 115, some Blazer 115, and we're going to sneak a little bit of carry ammo in there because it is, in fact, a carry gun. Although sort of more of a Formula One car, not a Toyota Corolla, but it certainly would do the job if you needed it to. Now, the gun comes with 2 magazines, and it also comes with a very cool holster. A lot of times, holsters that ship with guns, like, no offense, but like Canic holsters are really bad. Whereas if you get an expensive gun, apparently get a good holster too. Whereas this one actually comes with an appendix carry G-Cold holster with a wing right out of the box. I mean, that's maybe a $100, $150 holster, and it's actually something you would actually carry with the gun. So that's pretty cool. It also comes with hex wrenches, different plate systems, different recoil springs, and literally everything you would need, including their new backstrap system to make the gun bigger or smaller, optics or non-optics, or whatever the hell you want to do with it, because that's one of the cool parts about the Alien is it's very modular, sort of the AR of the handgun world. Now, to add to the cool factor, not only are they expensive, but they are nigh impossible to get. They are all completely sold out in the United States, so if you want one, stay tuned. That is a phenomenal trigger. Man, we've really moved up. We did the Beretta, then we did the Staccato, which traditionally has a pretty good trigger, but the new Staccato is kind of eh. This is a fucking good trigger. Woo! That's a good trigger. I'm gonna get spoiled by this. Doesn't suck. That's so weird. So fast, though. Holy shit.
Oh my God. I'm not giving this away. This is mine. Keeping it, carrying it.
Got to pause sometimes. You get too excited.
Yep.
So now that we have a little over 250 rounds through the Alien Remus, I can offer a small opinion. So first off, there's some pros and there are some cons to this firearm. Let's go with the pros first, and then we'll get into the ugly stuff a little bit later. So first off, the pro is that it's unbelievably shootable. I was actually concerned about that. I was talking to my wife about this gun inside, and I was a little worried that not only the bore axis, but the recoil impulse would be a little bit of an issue on a lighter weight gun. This is much lighter than the regular Alien, which we're accustomed to shooting. If you guys are unfamiliar with the channel, it's the first video you're watching. We've actually shot, I think, every version of the Alien on the channel. We've been very lucky, and they changed the grip angle with the creator version, which actually made me like it a lot more, and it made it a little bit less Glockish. This one feels very similar to that one, whereas it shoots very quick, and I don't have any problem with presentation on the gun. Initially, when I shot the first magazine, a little bit of an issue, and after that, no problem at all. Now, the accuracy of the gun is also really, really impressive. Now, first off, I think it's a different design, obviously, than a standard Browning design. It's a fixed barrel design, so it offers maybe a little bit more inherent accuracy, but where the accuracy comes in as far as a user standpoint is going to be the ergonomics and the interface with the handgun. So first off here, we're rocking iron sights, which are adjustable. I didn't adjust them. I didn't need to. We shot out to 50 yards. It was very, very easy and very accurate, mainly due to this trigger here. So watch this trigger. This is really impressive. I mean, I barely have to try. That's probably a 2.5 pound trigger, I'm guessing, with a really, really quick reset. So that allows some amazing accuracy on demand, and it allows some really fast strings of fire as well. Man, I was moving right along with the gun. I feel really happy with the split times on this, and I feel really happy with the ergonomics and the shootability of the gun. About the same size as a Glock 19, however, it's just a little bit heavier because it's gonna have an aluminum frame on it. The recoil impulse, though, is very, very low, even by comparison to something like a Glock or even an M&P, which is very low. That's the whole point of the gun in the first place. That's why you're paying an arm and a leg, is to have a gun that shoots very fast and very accurate, and at least they did that for sure. Now, the other cool parts about it are obviously the ingenuity. If you're into a design standpoint, if you really like how machines work, the Alien has always appealed to me because of that, because it's basically the most revolutionary handgun of the past at least 50 years. It doesn't run the same old system, the same old way. It does things a lot different, running that gas-operated system with that upside-down hammer, and then obviously having just the side of the slide cycle and having a very, very low bore axis where instead of the gun jumping up like this, it kind of pushes back in your hand. And you do have to get used to that. It's not no recoil, it still has recoil, it just doesn't raise the sights as much. So it's an interesting vibe to get used to, but once you do, it works very, very well. Now, it looks very cool as well as being very ergonomic, and it comes with a lot of stuff. Now, some of the downsides of the Alien are going to be that it's very hard to get. You have to order these in advance usually, you have to find them wherever they're being sold, and the price is very high. You're paying not only for ingenuity, but you're paying for performance, and you're paying for looks, and you're paying for the fact that there are very few of them on Earth, and supply and demand is the way of things. So the gun itself is around $6,200 all the way up to $7,000 depending on where you buy it. Now, you get the very good recoil control, you get that awesome trigger, but mainly you get the ingenuity and you get that top cover coming off, and you can, without having to re-zero your sights, you can run iron sights or optics if you are interested in that. Now you can run 3 different optics with their optics interchangeable system, which is very cool. But that still is an absolute ton of cash, and if you're not interested in that, I completely understand. Now, again, I'll go over the pros. The pros are very shootable, very accurate, very rare, very cool. The cons are very expensive, very hard to get, and it does have a recoil impulse that you are going to have to get used to. It again is less than most handguns, but it does feel weird, and you may have to just switch up a little bit for a second and get your bearings and figure out how to shoot the gun. But once you do, as you can see, you can get some pretty impressive results. Same thing with all the other Alien pistols. They are marked. This one is number 11 of 500. So if you want to get one of the first 500 Alien Remuses ever made, it's the best way to get it. Overall, it's a cool looking gun. It's expensive, something that most people will never get, and I'm a pretty lucky guy to shoot one, even though I don't get to keep it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.